One of the most common questions that we get asked from companies that have a mobile application is, how do I put more AI into it? The entire world seems to be talking about AI at this very moment. And we, at Keyhole Software Development, we have to figure out what is realistic. What are the things that your application needs to do? What are the compliance implications? What are the security implications? What are the performance implications? There's so much that it takes to do AI effectively on one of these devices that it's not a simple answer. If your application is used in a completely online mode, you're always going to have Wi-Fi connectivity, you're always going to have internet connectivity, and you have a larger budget where you can have these large language models running in an isolated instance on Azure or GCP or AWS, then it's probably going to be okay. There's not as much of a worry about what is the battery drain, what is the just GPUs on the device, what are the limitations that the device has, because you're able to offload those onto a server. Now, I wish that was the case for all the applications we work with, but I would say almost by and large, every mobile application has to have some sort of offline capabilities where internet signal is not strong or the Wi-Fi, you're out of range for it. So if you are considering using AI on a mobile device, you're probably going to have to deal with both the good parts and the bad parts of these mobile devices. By and large, actually surprising, most people don't know this, Android is probably 2 to 3 years ahead of Apple in terms of what their mobile devices can do. They have NLP, natural language processing. They have augmented reality. They have so many features that are built in to their device that run natively. Apple is struggling, honestly, to catch up. So if your mobile application is primarily targeting iOS users, you're going to have a lot more things that you just can't do as well until these newer phones come out. And even then, if you're in a consumer-facing application where you want to add AI, you're really at the mercy of just the universe of different devices that someone can have. They might have an older version of an iPhone. They might have a newer version. How do you target AI functionality that works on them? There is, unfortunately, no one right answer. And especially if you talk about, where's your user base? Are they located here in the United States, or are they abroad where you have international regulations to contend with? There's so many different variables that come into play in terms of just what you want to do on it, how you want to do on it, that there's almost an arms race going on right now between all these AI companies to address mobile functionality. And small language models, SLMs, those are probably going to gain in popularity in the next couple of years. They offer you the ability to interact with these devices very much like you would a ChatGPT or a DeepSeek, but you can do a lot of it on the device. You can do image detection, you can do regression, you can do classification using things like TensorFlow Lite. But you're always going to, in a mobile environment, run into just some limitations. There are just some things that these small devices, though they may be more powerful than what shot, the astronauts up into the moon, they're simply limitations that they have that we have not found ways of fully overcoming yet. So you're going to have to decide. You're going to make a rational and a business and a technology decision of how much of this device are you going to be able to leverage using these AI functionalities? What are the things that are truly business critical? What are the functionalities that absolutely must be there? And what are the things that, if it doesn't work exactly right, that it's okay? Making those kind of trade-offs, understanding what works and what doesn't work, what are the limitations and what are the opportunities, those are all conversations that we have with customers every single day. Because AI, like it or not, it's not going away. Mobile, like it or not, it's not going away. And the companies, the most successful ones we work with, they figure out the opportunity of how to marry those two together.